Hey Sanctuary, I hope that you guys are well. I hope that you've been enjoying this summer weather that we've been having. And I know for me and my family, that just brings a whole new life and just a good opportunity to get out of the house and breathe a little bit. So I hope that you guys are all well. The song I want to bring to you today for Worship Wednesday is called Raise a Hallelujah by the band Bethel. And if you listen to the radio at all, I'm sure you've heard it. It's pretty popular. And one thing that I like to do with songs when especially worship songs, is I like to look up the meaning and just how these songs came to life and where the author was and, in their life when they wrote it, because that just adds a lot more meaning to me. So first of all, I wanted to start off by reading the first verse of lyrics for you. It says, I raise a hallelujah in the presence of my enemies. I raise a hallelujah louder than my unbelief. I raise a hallelujah, my weapon is a melody. I raise a hallelujah, heaven comes to fight for me. So a little background of this song. This couple in the band Bethel, one of their close friends, two of their children developed a really serious kidney infection that left them in critical condition. And so they just, dropped down to their knees and started praying for these babies. And this song came to them and they just started to sing that they were raising hallelujah louder than their unbeliefs. And I'm going to read a quote to you from Joel. He wrote the song. He says, indeed, there is great power behind praise and worship as we lift up our God. So never underestimate the power of your praises. Keep on worshiping, even if you go through trials, because this is very often when you will experience God's miracles. I think it's so easy to dismiss our worship or our prayers as not powerful enough. And there's so much power in that. And, I know that we all know that, but those lyrics are so powerful when we say, we're going to raise a hallelujah louder than our unbelief, and that our weapon is a melody. And I've mentioned this at church before on stage, but sometimes I just don't have the words. Which isn't often, if you guys know me, I talk a lot, but sometimes I'm just left with nothing. And I feel like it's there that God gives us the gift of worship and gives us the gift of music to kind of step in, and then he can kind of interpret our hearts from there. And so we have this, our weapon is our melody that we can just sing. And also where the lyrics that say, we're going to sing a hallelujah louder than our unbelief. And we could just kind of drown out that unbelief. It doesn't mean that it goes away. It doesn't mean we're not going to struggle with unbelief, but it means that we can sing louder than it and just kind of drown it out. And if you guys have kids at home, you know what that is like. We have music. A lot of times it's like Who Let the Dogs Out that's playing, that drowns out anything else that you want to think about. But if you think about it in those terms, just kind of sing and pray where it's just drowning everything else out. And that's really powerful. And I know that right now, I personally know a lot of people who are just crippled by fear right now. And that's not a fun place to be. And I've been there. And if we can just raise a hallelujah louder than all those things and just drown it out, I think that God is going to show himself to be victorious. So to kind of round out that story, the children that they were praying for had a miraculous healing. It's just really cool. It's a really beautiful end to that story, into the song. So I encourage you guys to listen to that song today. If you know it, sing along, look up the lyrics, look up the meaning behind the song. It's really cool. And we love you guys and hope to see you soon. Bye.